Coach, I guess start at the end of regulation and then the shot that tied it for you all. It's not quite the end of regulation, but I mean, Evans just with an incredible play.
Yeah, I thought it was the right play. You put yourself in that situation. He knew we were down 3. He's coming down to try to win the game with a pass, but West Virginia did a good job guarding our shooters. Obviously, we don't take a 2 there, so I thought he made a step-back move that he practices a lot. I told him in the huddle after that shot, I was like, you played it the right way. That's all you can do. We're 5-9, they're 9-5. We could easily be flipped. We've been in 4 or 5 of these losses, but I thought tonight we played it the right way at the end of regulation, at the end of the first overtime.
Disheartening with close losses like that, and how do you keep their morale up?
It's tough, starts with just the character of our guys. We've got some guys that, we got a locker room full of guys that really no one's had like an easy life. We don't have, McDonald's All-Americans or these kinds of guys. We got guys that have proven everybody wrong their whole careers. And so this is just another example. It's like a lot like life. Adversity is going to come. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And when it comes, you have to respond. And we got a game in less than 48 hours, so no choice but not to respond.
Coach, a couple other things go your way. You could have swept 3 of the top 10 teams in this conference. I mean, what does that do? Do you think that does for your bubble scenario? What do you think that does for this team going forward?
Yeah, I just try to concentrate on what my job is. I don't really think about that. We just try to go day by day. And, a lot of season left. But I think if you asked Hall of Fame coaches, Coach Huggins and Coach Self and a really upcoming younger coach, Coach Drew, 3 top 10 programs. I think if you asked them about Texas Tech, they would tell you that we're one of the best 68 teams in the country. Now, whether we do our part and end up having a resume worthy is yet to be determined. But, you guys saw it. We have a good team.
Talked about Elijah making for them what he did for them tonight.
Yeah, he's the difference maker. We got pounded on the boards tonight, and I think he was the lead person in that effort for them. He's another one of Coach Huggins, just really aggressive, hard-playing guys that fits their mold. So we had a lot of respect for him coming into the game and even more now.
Coach, at the end of the first overtime, I think it was Carter misses the free throw. I think you were talking to Devin at that point. What exactly were you looking for out of that last possession there when it was tied up?
Well, we wanted to put the ball in Keenan's hands and let him make a play. And, the decision whether to take a timeout there or not against West Virginia with the press, if you have the ball in the right person's hands and the game's going the way it was for us today, I stand by the decision not to make a timeout there.
Coach, you said you needed big performances from seniors and leaders on this team to win in this type of environment. I think Keenan scored like the last 10 points of regulation, excluding that Ross bucket. Did you kind of see that? The ball just didn't quite bounce your way there in the second overtime?
Well, let me give West Virginia credit. I thought tonight wasn't necessarily what we didn't do, it's what they did. They had 4 guys really step up and have, double-figure games. We have 3. I've said it over and over again, you can get away in a non-conference game by having 2 guys, have great offensive games. In the Big 12, you'll never win a game unless you have 3. And in the Big 12, to win a game against a top 10 team, especially on the road, you got to have 4 or 5 guys, have special nights. And tonight we were just that one player short offensively. And then defensively, the defensive block out really hurt us.
Not asking you to make excuses, but a couple shots were short there in the second overtime and then a couple missed box outs. Did you think maybe your team kind of lost their legs there at the end?
Well, but they were too. West Virginia had to play 50 minutes too. So, if we were tired, of course, but they were too. So give West Virginia a lot of credit.
Coach, turnovers, they seem to come in flurries for you guys, but at the end you didn't have, many. You seemed in regulation in 20, ended the game in 20. So can you explain the flurries and then how you got them to stop?
Well, 20 is way too many for us. We'd set this game up to try to have, 10 to 12 turnovers, and didn't want any of them to be live ball where they could go score, and that's exactly what ended up getting us. The number is way too much, but the number combined with the fact that some of them are live ball. In the second half, it just got away from us, trying to protect that last time out, knowing that it's a long game. But yeah, that was a difference in the game. I thought that in the second half where we had some problems getting the ball in.
Was it their energy or a scheme that they made an adjustment in the second half?
I'd have to watch the film to say that. I'll say it was definitely their energy. And then there's all sorts of things when you watch a Coach Huggins tape game, later today. There's all sorts of things he does throughout the game. It's why he's a Hall of Fame coach.
Sorry.
He's one of the best that's ever done this. The great thing about Coach too is he's just great to coaches. And I know earlier in my career he goes out of his way to kind of take up for the underdog. Us junior college coaches and people like that. Coach Huggins, he's one of the icons of our game.
Coach Stephenson kind of walked off kind of gingerly later in the game. What happened there? Is he going to be okay on Monday against Iowa State?
It looked like he needed a stretcher, and then 25 seconds later, our trainer said he was fine. So I don't know. You have to ask Naeem that. I think he's a general studies major, but a little theater. I thought on that dude. I love Naeem though. He's playing really well, and I thought he played a courageous game today in the first half. Second half, he got a little taste of Big 12 adjustments, and we'll have to help him from a coaching standpoint.